Thank you. I couldn't agree more. I mean, we should have a much bigger crowd, but what can we do to restore a sense of community and collegiality in universities, I guess, is the question, and engagement with the society, wider society.
Okay, I'd like to just make some comments of my own about the forum at university that I attended yesterday. Unfortunately, I didn't have the opportunity to participate in the questions as I was filming. But I do have some questions of the candidates for the seat of Ryan, and they are on the broad issues of development, on energy, climate change, and on war. My question on development is, why do none of the mainstream political parties support ecologically sustainable development? And my question on energy is, it's for the candidate for the Labor Party. If the ALP and Federal Labor Government supports clean energy, why is coal going gangbusters here in Queensland? My question about climate change is, do the candidates think that climate change can be fixed under capitalism? And my question about war, now it may not seem to be appropriate in a forum such as this, but 40 years ago when I was at university, at Queensland University, the major issue on campus was peace, and more specifically opposition to the Vietnam War. If political candidates came onto the campus, they would be harangued and harassed about this question. There was even an ambassador from South Vietnam, a Mr. Quang, who came in support of the Vietnam War and Australia's involvement in it. And for a brief time he was held up in the relaxation block by a group of students questioning him closely about his support of that war by the US. Now there was an incident outside, and the police were called, fire trucks were called, and some of the students were hosed by by a water cannon. Anyway, my question about the coming through now to 2010, why is it that when politicians or candidates who have supported the war in Iraq and in Afghanistan, and others that have had said little in opposition to it, why is not a word said about that at forums such as this? Anyway, it's Ian Kerr here. I've put together a series of YouTube videos that show all the things that were discussed at the forum today, and I look forward to hearing some sort of debate or discussion about whether it's... Oh, I had one other question, an important one actually. Do the candidates support the National Tertiary Education Union's failed attempts, because their employer, the University of Queensland, refuses? Do they support their attempts to get a workplace agreement, an enterprise bargaining agreement at the University of Queensland? Anyway, that's Ian Kerr. I hope to see you around the traps. Signing off. Bye now. See ya. Or may as well just go out with the rest of the forum there.
Steve, we need to think about it.
Look, it's a fantastic question and a sentiment that I share. I think reinstating funding for student organisations will be an important step, but we shouldn't expect that will automatically or quickly deliver. You know, it did take a long time for them to break the back of that university culture, and it'll take a long time to build it up again. I think better student support so that students can actually afford the time to take an interest in their campus and in politics. I think that'll make a difference. It'll make a difference for candidates trying to run election campaigns in seats with universities in them too. I can tell you. So you know, I think all of those things we'll start rebuilding that culture, but it'll take time, and it's certainly not going to happen if Tony Abbott gets elected in 13 days.
It's hard to see how we can achieve this without at least funding, because so much of this is required. I'm just thinking back to, I did my medical degree at Newcastle University, and it was quite closely connected in with the community. It was a new university, and certainly when I was interviewed for a place in that course, there were members from the community on the selection panel, and I think that cultural interaction is to be treasured and to be nourished in any university. But it's hard to back up something that's failing because of financial reasons, and I think really that is the core of a restoration. I think if the funding improved, the spirit within the university would lift, and then that would radiate out, and it would go from there. And it's very hard to lift that spirit while that funding's not there.